So in Cambridge, I'm in an Arts and Humanities faculty in a Modern Languages section. And one might think that that's about learning languages. One might think that that's limited to the study of literature. My professional title is Professor of Intellectual History. And in that context, I work on the 18th century, particularly from a French perspective, but I'm interested in what were the debates in all sorts of genres that emerged from what I would call early globalization. So at a period where Europe was beginning to travel and setting up commercial links, and therefore really all of European life was getting caught up in much, much wider horizons. A lot was at stake at that point, and a lot resonates with what we do today. So the other function that I have now in Cambridge is that I am Professor also of Intercultural Dialogue, and I run a centre which is for the study of human mobility. And we've chosen the title Mobility because humans have always moved. Perhaps to be settled is the more unusual than to be on the move. We move because we're alive, and we move because we need things, we move because we want to find things elsewhere. So that's not abnormal. But we tend to think of immigration often through very limited lenses. So rather than having a centre focused on immigration, we're focusing on mobilities. And what I'm trying to do now is to connect immigration research with tourism. Tourism is such a major factor of the modern world, and the modern world doesn't start today or even this century, but it's more explicable if we look back to its foundations in those early moments of globalization. So what I'm trying to do is bring historical research and also literary research, because we are a storytelling species. And I know in the domain of tourism, you talk a lot about storytelling in the context of marketing. And it seems that we've got a great opportunity for dialogue there to consider how is storytelling exclusive and creates boundaries, and how could storytelling be more inclusive? And if we have tools, then we need to consider how we use them. So that's really what I do in Cambridge, and why we're so interested in partnering in various ways that might become possible with ISTHIA and the research that you do here and the teaching that you do here. Sometimes tourism gets left in its own professional sector, and the arts and humanities get left in an ivory tower. We can't afford to be stuck in an ivory tower today, so we need to connect.